Floating shelves in the store can be expensive and fragile. My girlfriend Emily wanted some to the right of this TV and chimney area. We didn't want to pay $80 per shelf, which we would have to modify and cut down anyway. So here's a nice little weekend DIY project. For this project, we got the floating shelf brackets off Amazon for $30. The clear protective coating was $12, but you could choose stain if you wanted to change the color to your liking. And the lumber for $30. Emily chose the 2x10 fir lumber because she liked the look, and so did I. We got two 8-foot pieces of 2x10. This was determined when I measured the width of where we want our floating shelves. I first measure right to left and make a mark on the 24-inch line. Then I measure from left to right where the 24-inch line mark is. We measured 17 and 1/16 inches. 24 inches plus 17 inches is 41, and then we add the 1/16 inch. Make our measurements at the top and the bottom of the 2x10. Get a straight edge or level and make a cut line. Grab your saw and cut the line. I have the Ryobi 18-volt circular saw, and it works well for me and what I need it for, which is not everyday use, maybe once or twice a month. Repeat these steps for however many shelves you desire. Now, I wouldn't call my woodworking skills anything beyond DIY enthusiast level, but I think this is the most important step for how your shelving project turns out. That's the sanding. I went over the hard spots of the wood with 120 grit paper, getting off the ink stamp's imperfections. Then I followed with some finer sandpaper to smooth things out even more. This is where most of my time was spent on this project, and honestly, probably should have spent a little more. With the lumber sanded down to Emily's liking, we can now wipe down the lumber with a damp rag to remove any excess sawdust and get ready to paint. This next step is completely optional, but it's a handy trick. I use 3-inch deck screws sunk into the dead center of the lumber about 1 inch, no more. This gives you wiggle room to set the lumber on stable sawhorses, so there's less chance of it getting bumped off while you paint. Best of all, you can paint both sides at once, so you're not waiting an hour for one side to dry before you flip it. We painted one side, flipped, and painted the other. We used the full 8 ounces of protective coating with 2 coats, rotating the lumber once one side was finished. While the lumber was drying, it's time to get an idea of where we want the shelves. The bottom shelf would be level with the mantle. Then the next 2 shelves would be 16 inches apart. The starting shelf to the ceiling was 48 inches, so this made perfect sense. Things don't always work out perfect, but these studs definitely did in this case. Since we didn't get the complete hidden floating shelves, I knew there would be the bracket showing. But since it's so symmetrical in the spacing, this added a great look to the shelving in my opinion. Now there's 4 holes in these brackets, and I'm sinking the inside holes into the wooden studs. Honestly, not worried about the 2 outer holes for support. You can add anchors if you want, but I chose not to. Checking the level before sending all the screws home for the foreseeable future, now I can place the 2x10s onto the brackets. Of course, we are only showing the best side or front of the lumber, but it's up to you how you want your shelves to look. Once I got the final approval from Emily, I secured the 2x10s to the brackets with the 1-inch wood screws provided with the brackets.
You like it?
Yeah.
Grand total for these 3 shelves, $75. Hope y'all have a great day. My name's Dave. Thanks for watching. This fix is done.